Tochnik, also in that area, but also with Vivian, that is clear, also with Maura Gagan-Quinn. So it is the challenge that we sit together, and sometimes that will be more than two, but sometimes it will be just the two in certain specific issues. The cooperation, that is main. And if that is not in a collegial atmosphere, then you have a point. But I'm sure that Barroso will give it an eye, and if there is a frustration or if there is a quarrel, then he will act. So anyhow, you can be sure that if I will be a collegial type, or I love to be a member of a team.
Monsieur Cavada.
Oh, une question complémentaire rapide qui reprend un peu celle de Madame Doris Pack. Je voudrais que vous nous disiez, Madame, depuis 20 ans, on a développé les médias privés en Europe avec un bon succès. Pour autant, on a beaucoup détérioré la qualité et notamment l'information des citoyens. Est-ce que vous serez favorable à aider les radios et télévisions publiques lorsqu'elles seront déséquilibrées, désavantagées par rapport au privé, c'est-à-dire faire respecter un véritable équilibre? Merci.
I love diversity, and I, of course, I'm highly interested in quality on both sides, as well the public as well the private ones. But the public ones do have even a greater responsibility to put the quality in, that they do have a special function. So let's go for the two, and let's indeed be aware that we don't like systems. A balance, yes, here we are. So your body language is my body language, and even mentioned by words. I believe in a balanced system in which there is a equal chance for delivering what at the end of the day is worthwhile for our culture, for our citizens, and for our economy. For in a way it's also a part of the economy.
For Thun und Hohenstein, it's your turn.
Mrs. Commissioner, to continue on the questions of my colleagues from the Culture Committee, we spoke about radio. What about the press editors? You know about their problems. The disregard of their rights, of the rights of the press editors in Internet, violates fair competition, disrupts earning, sound earning patterns, lowers the quality of the product, and may threaten the variety of the titles on the market. Other parties increasingly exploit the content published both in traditional form and in their internet form for their commercial purposes, which is possible today with the rapid development progress in technology. What is your proposal to create a system which would provide access to wide content for the customers, but that would not threaten the interest of press editors, the interest of consumers of this press, and at the same time encourage further development, further progress of ICT?
Number one, to stimulate also those to be aware that if they are sticking to the line they kept till now, then there is no solution. So they have to combine and what they have in mind, but also with the new media, they need to get the opportunities to give their information via the new media. And I believe in a competitive market, so they should get an opportunity there.
If we talk about the opportunities on the market and about the principle of non-discrimination, will you be as tough as you were with various of your decisions as Commissioner? I'm from Poland. so you know what I talk about. But will you be as tough as you were in order to ensure the non-discrimination principle for all European citizens shopping online? There is no equal access for example, new and old member states. One of the drastic examples is the music from iTunes. What will be your next action in order to provide fair access to everybody?
I didn't have the thought to change my character, so you can be sure that you get what you got, so to say. And I'm transparent, I'm predictable, and I pretend to be fair. That having said, I need to add, and therefore you need to communicate that is clear to those who are involved in decisions or in discussions that are at the table. When you are touching upon the online, and indeed your issue was one of the issues that was for me main reason to start with that online music roundtable event. And what I got from the consequences that anyhow in our last meeting with those guys and only a few girls during that roundtable meeting, we did agree upon principles. And to be open to you, I was a bit proud that no one left the room. There was a moment that was a risk. But on the principles at the end of that meeting, we did agree. Now the implementation, and that will be a tough journey, so to say. But you can be absolutely sure that I'm trying to do that I'm doing my utmost, and that I'm trying to get to that point where indeed your example is solved. For I can't explain why in Poland or why whatever it's not possible what can be done in another member state in the single market.
Frau Hannibal.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. And Mrs. Kroes, I'd like to return to what you were talking about earlier, or that we read earlier, about content and quality. I'm here. Particularly